What's up, guys? It is Silver Forever back, and today we are going to be talking about how every coin shop's price is different, about how I maximize my stack by finding deals at the different coin shops near me, and about how you can find the best deals at your LCS. So stick around. So whether you're a old school stacker or someone who's pretty new to the game, I'm sure that you've noticed that every coin shop's price is different. There's all kinds of coin shop price differences. Some coin shops are expensive, some coin shops are cheap. Sometimes you find the best deals at your LCS, and other times they cannot compete with your online bullion dealer. So today we're just gonna kind of do an overview about how I make my decisions surrounding where to purchase my silver and gold bullion, and how you can end up finding the best deals for you regardless of who the dealer is. So let's just jump right into it. What got me thinking about making this video is actually this little 1/10 ounce American Gold Eagle here. This is a Type 1 Gold Eagle. Give it a good flip and a auto focus for you. You can see it here. This is a $19.99, and I picked this up just the other day for a cool $200. Now, of course, that is a higher premium than I would be paying on a 1 ounce. Spot price is just over $1,800 right now. But if you were to look online and try to find one of these 1/10 ounce American Gold Eagles, what you're gonna find is they're being sold for anywhere between $225 to $250 depending on where you are looking, especially if they are in a good condition. And so the reason why I always try to pick up these 1/10 ounces when I see them at my local coin shop is twofold. One is I'm joining the challenge that Spectacular launched. You know, I'm trying to collect one of each type of major 1/10 ounce fractional gold coins. I never thought that I was gonna go this route, but the truth is I really like it. I really enjoy picking up the variety, and I think that it adds a lot to the channel by being able to share these cool pickups with you all. I have a healthy amount of my stack in gold 1 ounce coins, and I know that might surprise some of you because I am Silver Forever, but you might be surprised to learn that I am well diversified, not just in precious metals, but in other financial assets as well. Let's go ahead and bust into this tube and see what we have going on. 1/10 ounce gold coins. This is a gold proof Libertad. I actually picked this up when the spot price of gold was even higher than it is now, and believe it or not, my local coin shop was selling this for less than other 1/10 gold coins that were there. In fact, the American Gold Eagle 1/10 ounce gold coins were going for more than these at the time. So of course when I saw that, I thought now is the time to take advantage of this deal. It's basically because my local coin shop dealer, the one that I frequent most often, just really doesn't seem to appreciate the value of Libertads in general, but also just the value of any semi-numismatic bullion at all. What I have found at this particular LCS is he really undervalues gold relative to the online bullion dealers, and he definitely overvalues physical silver. And for that reason, I basically have never purchased any silver bullion coins from this coin shop. Anything like this Krugerrand here, or this Kangaroo here from the Perth Mint, the maple that I have here, anything like that, even most generics like this Aztec calendar round, these are all things that I have purchased online. Not because I don't like the guy on my LCS, not because I don't want to support a local business, but because it just does not make financial sense to be buying something locally if I can get free shipping online and I can get a significantly better price. The reality is, after the silver squeeze earlier in the year, this particular LCS has not dropped his price, and that is the case for most of the LCSs in my area. The reality is people are still paying that price, and so for people like me who might be a little more price conscious as it pertains to buying the bullion coins just for the base of my stack and not buying something that's a little bit more collectible, I'm just not going to buy at my LCS no matter how much I like the guy. if the price isn't right. And so for that reason, I have bought very little silver from this gentleman in the last year or so since the prices have increased. Now, at the same time, there are a few instances where I might be looking through the generics bin and I might come across something like this, an Engelhard Prospector round. It is from 1985, which is a fairly common year for these rounds, so not particularly valuable. But at the same time, this Engelhard Prospector round is more valuable than a typical Buffalo, for instance, if I wanted to try to resell this on the private market. Generally, if you're going to an LCS, they're not really going to give you that advantage when they're buying stuff back. I think in general, my LCSs pretty much just pay spot. There are other periods where they might pay significantly under spot for something like junk silver, but nowadays they're basically paying spot for any typical bullion. And I also believe that he is paying spot, or maybe just slightly over spot, for stuff like these American Gold Eagles. What I can guarantee is that he is paying spot or perhaps less for literally any other type of gold bullion. So when the time comes, and let's say he paid $1,800 an ounce for somebody's gold and he goes to resell it, he might sell an ounce for $1,900, a half ounce for $950, and a 1/10 ounce for $200. So there is a premium increase as you go further down the fractions. But relative to some of the prices that you see online, those are really decent markups, particularly for something like the Gold Eagles. And so that is why I tend to buy more gold locally and less silver locally, because of those deals. Now, one thing that I should mention is that this dealer that I keep referring to in particular, he has different deals depending on his mood that day. I can get totally different prices sometimes. He knows who I am. It's not about that. You know, if you're just starting in a new area, I do think it makes sense to foster relationships with many of your local dealers to essentially get better deals over time. As they know that you're a good customer, they're not going to try to fleece you or get anything over on you. If you're consistently bringing sales volume to them, then they're going to hook you up, at least in a little way, because for them, they're making money on the margins. And even if they lower that margin just a little bit for their own profit, if they can get you coming back for more volume, that's really where the money is for these LCS owners. Even this week, my local coin shop owner is selling silver for $35 an ounce. Even this week, he's selling eagles, just regular old eagles, for $40 an ounce. And people are paying those prices. Let me tell you who's not going to pay those prices. Silver Forever is not going to pay those prices. Not when you can just go online, search findbullionprices.com, and find 5 or 10 different options where you can buy the exact same silver, get free shipping, have maybe a week delay relative to when you could pick it up at your local coin shop. To me, it's a no-brainer. Now, if you have watched any of Silver Seeker's videos where he calls around to local coin shops, what you will find is that they have vastly different prices. And oftentimes this is just a function of where you are in the world. Different states, different locales might just have different prices naturally for stuff like this. That is not going to fully explain the price differences that we see and hear about between local coin shops. There are many reasons to go to a local coin shop, but price is first and foremost among those. I highly recommend that you call around to your local coin shops at various points in the year, whether you're buying or selling, and just get a sense. What are they buying silver eagles for? What are they paying for generic silver? And then get an idea whether you need to call back at a different time or with a different person. Get an idea of what they are selling them for. This will give you an idea of what the effective premium is. Spot price is controlled by the paper market, particularly for silver. Now, if the spot price is not representative of the physical price, and there is a big difference there, like we've seen throughout late 2020 and early 2021. What you will find is that there are some dealers who are paying over spot for particular types of silver, maybe something like the Eagle. So let's say that there is a $10 premium over spot on an Eagle, but that same coin shop is willing to buy Eagles back for $3 over spot. Well, then that makes your effective premium $7. Because if you were to go back the next day and sell back that same Eagle that you had just purchased, then you would likely lose $7 on the deal. What this does not control for is the change in spot price over time and the change in premium percentages and absolute prices over time. I think in general, it is a much better way of considering your purchases by considering the effective premium as opposed to the absolute premium that you would see comparing it to a general spot price. This is also useful for comparing different types of silver. If this is a $10 premium and this is a $7 premium, but you only get spot when you sell the Kangaroo back and you actually get $3 over spot, well then the effective premium is the same on this American Eagle. That's just a general introduction to the concept of effective premium. We can talk more about that later. So as we're wrapping up here, I want to ask you guys, will you let me know what is your LCS situation like? I know that every price is different depending on the coin shop, depending on the day, depending on the mood of the owner even. And I'm just kind of interested in hearing, does anybody have such a stark contrast like I do? I basically wouldn't even think of buying most of my silver at my LCS. But nowadays, I find it hard to even think about buying particular gold online because I get much better deals in person at the LCS. Does your LCS just think about silver simply as bullion, or do they actually have some appreciation for some of the more collectible side of things, for some of the more semi-numismatic side of things? I like to think that maybe in the future, if I get into flipping in the resale market, maybe if I get into the auctions even, I can start finding good local deals and then passing on some of those savings to some of you, the viewers, the subscribers. So just let me know, what is your situation like? Do you agree that every coin shop is different? If you don't, I think you're crazy, and I think you're also crazy if you don't go on and watch the next video. This one right here, watch that video. Silver Forever, out.